Alright, we're live. I had a thought yesterday. I've never actually tried to use Mei in IS4 as a starter. She does scale with every kind of item, so she should be fairly decent. Oh, let's give that a shot and see how it works. I assume we'll struggle more with the prison stage, but beyond that we should be fine. Since we're taking Mei, we can go straight to Pudding, who is a decent caster, so that's not much of a downside. Hi guys. I think I've just gotten sick of using Mei when I played IS3 a lot, because she was the only option there. Ghosts or Hunts? Let's play Hunts for once, I always pick Ghosts. I'm doing pretty good. Finished cleaning my house, since it's Sunday, so now I'm down to streaming. Good evening. I think the only stage that's a serious problem is going to be the prison stage on the first floor. She shouldn't be much of a DPS was compared to Pinecone on any other floor 1 stage. Pudding definitely resolves the normal prison stage. Not sure if I can do the emergency without Pinecone though. If I get eaten, I definitely can. $21 is a 50-50 on the Decor Bear. Why would May not be second skill for this stage would be a better question. If I don't have Spinach, I have very little incentive to use May's skill 1. Her skill 2 cycles in time for the axes, so why would I use skill 1? Because her skill has such a short SP cost, it's actually really good DPS. The S1 doesn't really have much of an advantage. You only use her S1 when you can't afford any downtime on her skill, or when you have Spinach in IS. One, two, three. No Decor Bear. May showcase stream. Yeah, we can go with that. I haven't been using May in IS for a lot, because I got tired of using her in IS3. But now I've ended up not using May in a long time, so let's switch that around. I wonder if going straight to Daughter is an option, or if I should E2 May first. I'll try to E2 her first, so we can save hope for the other recruit. We'll probably go down and take the extra fight. If I get Spinach, of course I'm gonna instantly switch to May S1. I'm only sticking with S2 because I don't have Spinach.
Don't you go leaving my sight. Getting shot hurts.
31 is the normal count.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, we're having a Mayday.
I'm up. Electric charge.
At least it finishes the stage a bit quicker. We should be able to get away with Perfumer. Beast is a free win, since we have something to heal spot.
With pleasure.
I just need to be careful of how I deploy pudding. Because you don't want to pull 4 sheep at once and leak for no reason.
Do be careful, everyone.
Save us a lot of time if you just surrender. Yeah, fine.
Not many people watch what?
Doesn't matter to me.
I feel like I'm missing some context there. I need something to come here so I can deploy pudding. Otherwise you pull 4 sheep and cause a leak. Wait until he's about half dead. Yeah, this should be fine. Perfect. Can't get this chest, sadly. Actually, maybe I can. I'll try something later.
Doesn't matter. Hey, catch.
No way. The enemies aren't tanky enough to stall anything. Spot will simply beat them to death. I will try, but I don't think it works. Because Spot does too much damage.
Whatever you say. Don't see any harm in this.
How much health does this thing have? Place May here, so Perfumer can heal her. And maybe we just barely make it out with the chest. Okay, there we go. Hooray for Perfumer. And Spot, of course.
Mission accomplished.
Makes it all the more worth to spend the device. To go down.
Been through an easy battle, you say? And better do it all over again.
Useless item. It's not a weak spot. He is willfully weak. He stops attacking to give us time. And we only have one melee unit, but we do have a medic. Let's see how close May at E2 plus Pudding get on their own. Should give us an idea of how feasible the challenge version of this is.
Do be careful, everyone.
Actually, the other way around makes more sense.
Careful! Electric diffusion.
This isn't far off from Pinecone space. With an E2 May. Probably need some other good operator. So maybe just straight up taking Pinecone as a second sniper would be an option instead of E2ing May in that circumstance. Though it kind of defeats the point of not starting with Pinecone, so I'm not a fan of it.
Mission accomplished.
Hooray, we got the device back. That was lucky. Zero hope for the shop. And hero. Pretty good start overall. Okay, we have hope here, so that's one problem sorted out. I'll see if I can set it up so the CN server behaves consistently. It tends to lag and drop out, which is why I don't like streaming it. But if I can get it to behave, maybe I'll stream that. We only have 3 hope, so... Another caster, or keep the hope. Yeah, I'm just gonna get the stun mines and move on. I know this is the chain caster thing. Nah, screw it, I'll just get it. I don't like it much on Pudding, because her skill charges fairly quickly anyway, and it doesn't do anything for her once her skill is actually activated. But I have infinite ingots, so who cares? Let's just get it. It's broken and past danger, but Pudding cannot get the same benefit from it. At least 3 fights and we can 100% hit the emergency. Good floor. Hello, Justin. Do double chests. You can just let him run around, I guess. Set up like this.
Alright then.
We have stun bombs. That was kind of a stupid whiff for me. I'm pretty sure that's past spot, so I'm gonna use the second stun bomb too.
I won't be afraid.
I forgot he attacks here, which is why I used the stun bomb earlier. I've done most of the EX stages, yeah, so I'm not gonna bother streaming it. I didn't find them very interesting back when I played them on CN either. I think the boss stage is fine. Maybe I'll do that one. The one I use the most is Indigo, but that's largely personal preference. I think her and Click are about even. Pudding is also even with them, but her row is a bit different. You know, AoE versus single target and all that. I'll do them in a day or two. There's another video I want to finish first, where I talk about some exploits and mechanics in the game. After I'm done with that, if there's time left, I'm gonna do the EX8 stage and skip all the other ones. Second medic, where's Pure Stream? We want to hit this one anyway, so we can pick between these fights. The minimum enemies of the stage we just did, yeah, it's 28 or 29 normally. So 28 should be guaranteed no Decor Bear, 29 is potentially Decor Bear. And you have to remember that you get one extra enemy in the emergency, apart from the stage randomness.
Got it.
Yeah, the boss is just timing the furnaces around when you proc his nuclear bombs. As long as it doesn't overlap, you're fine. Apparently, the boss is actually a bit easier in EX8 than he is in the RS8 version, because on EX8 he doesn't have an attack speed buff in his second phase, which he does on RS8 for some reason. Okay, stage is done. 24 should be 100% no Decor Bear.
Yeah, fine.
Yep, Nightingale is also a great solution. Honestly, she's a solution for a lot of things really often. I'm never gonna stop saying she's a really underrated operator. Though the part that's underrated is that even aside from turning off arts damage, she just heals for a fuck ton anyway. So she's a pretty strong medic even if you put that aside. Having an AoE medic with 500 attack is very underrated. And then you have her cages on top of it. And then you have her ability to turn off arts damage. Insanely underrated operator. Decent item, but I can't abuse it well. Money. Can we just use it now? Yeah, not really. I can use it with this though. Then spend the device. Yeah, a lot of people use her. But they only use her for turning off art damage. When she is kind of strong even apart from that. She used to be much more underrated, where people thought that the opposite is better, for reasons that I will not get into.
Hello? Don't you go leaving my sight.
Let's try this setup and see how it works, just for comparison. Has a mild problem here. Yeah, I prefer the other setup. It's not that it's unworkable or
fine.
anything.
Careful! So this is a battlefield.
I don't have strong feelings in Shining. She's just kind of okay. You have stuff like Shamara that completely steal her niche of dealing with physical damage. So she doesn't get much chance to do anything useful. So the only thing that's left is when you need to defend one of your operators from Ak. Which, granted, is invaluable. But it's kind of underwhelming for a 6-star medic. No, we have a duck or bear apparently. So 27 is the normal count. That would depend on the amount of physical damage. Okay, dead duck. Hooray. Though anything is dead here, cause they have AFK on this tile. Even the dog is an easy kill.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, sometimes Shining isn't enough.
That wasn't too bad of a job.
So it should be 27 or
Can you put this in
28
my
normally.
evaluation?
I got rewarded with a useless item. How tragic. I can skip this. Now take it and hope for a shop. And then just buy one device. Of slightly questionable value. But taking more fights is always better with 4 stars. You need a big squad after all.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, you can have situations where Gitano is better than Pudding. If you have a high enough number of targets, Gitano is better. Like around 6 or 7 targets. And they all need to be tanky enough so Pudding doesn't kill them quicker. Because at one target, Pudding has more damage. And then on top of that, Pudding has a better skill cycle. So you just need a bunch of tanky targets. It doesn't happen often, but it's possible. H11-3 is an example of that, where Gitano is better than Pudding because you just have like 10 different targets in her range, and you only need one big nuke, so the SP cycle is irrelevant. Yeah, pack is worth raising over Warfarin. Least of all because we can use them both. But tax buffs aren't that difficult to manage in the first place.
Collector on standby.
You have stuff like Meowner that are on a ground tile and can just naturally survive. Plus Axe buff is more useful than Warfarin's because it gives attack speed. Like if you give a bit of extra attack to Suter, it doesn't do anything because she has like 300% extra attack. The attack speed is a more valuable stat for a lot of operators. They can't fly if they keep attacking something in this tile because they need to walk for a certain distance at a higher than normal movement speed to fly. When they attack, they stop walking,
With hard work, even
and the
an idiot
timer
can get the
for
job done.
their flight resets. Okay, item. If she didn't have 100 SP and her skill should be a lot better. But she's a release operator, so having absurd skill cost is part of the package. Kind of a bad floor. This should be winnable.
There's a mission? I wanna go!
Got it.
Oh, we got the black fog. I didn't notice. It's not a huge problem exactly. Just annoying.
Good scenery here, Doctor. Gather around me, guys. 戦場は墓場よ。
We can use a stun bomb. Oh yeah, we can deploy your stream.
五つ葉の清掃
How
なら
annoying.
得意だよ。So this is a battlefield.
Perfumer second, because she's tankier than pure stream. No, at least this item makes Cutter reasonably tanky.
We're counting on you again today. 一度しか警告しないのだ。
Ideally we hit it before the buff runs out.
いくらでも私の目を見て。
Okay, perfect. And just let the... don't use the skill, so the buff can be reset. And that's it, stage is done.
Yeah, fine.
We have stun bombs for the other Imperials.
Whatever you say.
はいはいフリーズなのだ。ナイスジェスチャー。
Don't see any harm in this.
わかった。私の目を見て。
Would have been better if I waited a bit,
わかった。遅れたな。
because I only need to one-shot him when he's under 50% health. I can just tank him before then.
いくらでも前を出すな。Yep, electric charge. わかった。振り返るな。いくらで振り返るな。
Mission accomplished.
I don't think Theopsis got power cut by AI Outer so much. What about stuff like Shamare with her global debuff? That's way more flexible than just an AoE heal. And it still saves you from damage. Oh, I didn't guess where the shop was. So we end up with a bunch of useless money. We'll go in the middle if this fight is something unplayable. We'll avoid it.
私も任務に参加するんですか？
I've said this a million times, but Ptiopsis' SP talent is almost always irrelevant. Because your skills will charge up in time for the waves anyway. It's how the maps are structured. You don't gain any real value from using Ptiopsis for her SP. You can set it up that you gain value out of it, but it's very finicky and specific. It's not something that just happens on its own.
Alright then.
Let's put it like that.
そこも質問させてもらうのだ。
Doesn't matter to me. Catch.
Alright, I'm up.
I don't wanna commit cutter on the left side. I wanna use her on the right.
I have to get serious now. 言う通りにしますね。水場の清掃なら得意だよ。はい、皆さんの援護は任せてください。Yep, Collector on standby.
It's fine if they kill spot.
Doesn't matter to me.
Ooh, almost gather around me, guys. Please, なのだ。私の役目は刀を振るうことだけ。
Doesn't matter to me. Catch.
どこに行けばああいう雑草ならたくさん見てきた。Electric diffusion. わかった。
Wait until the bomb dies.
喧嘩ぐるっと一回転。いくらで振り返る。このテー
That's fine.
の威力見せてやるのだ。So this is a battle.
Just commit another tank, and May will finish them off. We can use the bomb on the caster if needed,
はい。
though I'd rather not.
私がなんとかしElectric charge.
Multiple targets means pulling kills everything really quickly, so we're fine there.
はいはい。わかったの。
Don't retreat Perfumer, because the global healing helps anyway. And we'll clean up with the stun bomb. The hand of diffusion was helpful here, I guess.
私がなんとかします。
Doesn't matter. Don't see any harm in this.
No, the Corber.
Mission accomplished.
I didn't change my microphone. I did fix some of the settings on it. Apparently, if you set the volume on Windows to 100%, that 100% includes 20 extra decibels of volume that just aren't mentioned by default. I just turned those off, so when the Windows doesn't boost the volume, I can just do it all through ops, and it comes out much better. This is a bit annoying, but we'll play it. We have the medics for it, I guess.
今壁が目の前で動いたって？何言ってんだ、そんなことあるわけねえだろ。
Two fights are generally better than one emergency stage, yes. It depends a bit. You can of course get a god tier item from the emergency, but you can get a god tier item from a normal stage too. Like you can get items and whatnot from dogs or random spawn. I'd really prefer to deploy cutter there,
Yeah, fine.
but seems like that's not gonna be an option.
To get serious now.
Okay, we can go like this.
So this is a battlefield. Ooh, almost dozed off. 水場の清掃ならこのテーザー銃の威力見せてやるのだ。Ooh, I have to get serious now. All right, I'm up. Ooh, almost dozed off. 私の役目は刀を振るうことだけ。
We can use both stun mines in the double caster group.
On standby.
And Pudding can murder all the basic enemies, or at least leave them low enough for Cutter to finish off. Yeah, should work fine. Is this the enemy that goes straight in, or Yeah, need to use Mayest one here.
ちょっとビリビリするだけなのだ。わかった。
Just delete this, so it's not a pest later.
Understood. Electric diffusion.
And just unlock the casters.
Doesn't matter so many weaknesses.
We can save her skill for later. That should be it. 33 means no the Corber.
Collector on standby.
You use Perfumer S2
Yes?
when you need healing outside of her range, or when you need healing on skill and don't care about the SP cost. Perfumer S2 heals overall more than Perfumer S1, but it has a much bigger SP cost. So either if you just want big heals but on a longer duration, or if you want the range to heal outside.
Mission accomplished.
Otherwise just use Perfumer S1. Because the cycling is much easier to work with. I'd say I have about a 60-40 split, where I use Perfumer S1 60% of the time or so. Hooray, good rune. E to Ethan, we really need some deploy limit. And the boss key. Especially when we have this, I think it's worth risking it. We're diving in. Best thing we can get is a shop boss key, which we did not. Increases max life points. So, worst thing we can get is emergency shithole. Don't want to use any runes. It's kind of 50-50, which one is the safe house and which one is the shop. Let's go with the top lane today. I want to hit the shop, not the safe house. Whether it's emergency or not doesn't matter. But usually the top one is the emergency. Oh, the bottom was the emergency. That's unfortunate, since this would have been a free win regardless.
Yeah, fine.
Just skip straight to Ethan. He has bonus damage, so he'll murder everything very easily. Delete the first caster. And Maggie can be
Whatever
on
you say.
caster duty on the left side.
Whatever you say. Holding a shield is tiring, pal.
Almost dozed off.
That should be it. You can get an emergency in this boss key, yeah? You'll see
Saves
the
a lot of
bottom
time
stage
if you
is
just
an
surrender.
emergency after I clear this one. Oh, that caster does a lot of damage. Not that killing Pudenko would be a problem in any case.
Doesn't matter. Holding a shield is tiring, pal.
No, the Corber.
Electric charge!
Mission accomplished.
Okay, let's show that the bottom one is an emergency.
この容疑者たちを連行するのだ。わかったのだ。自分でやるのだ。
I do want to need to Myrtle. And we can either go for Jaya or Bubble. I'll go for Bubble. Oh, it doesn't show it because I'm at 0. Hooray, we hit the shop. Can hit to Pudenko, which is questionable value. Resistance is meh. Oh, we're getting it in August. That's neat. This is helpful if you get A bunch of debuffs. Might as well. Reroll. Deployment limit. And we'll get the guard books. Can afford both of them, right? We have melee damage buff too. So we should be able to get decent value out of guards for a change. No, I can't afford this one. Is the shop worth robbing? Not really. We'll just need to bubble then. I'm not really doing any ending. If I get the chance to do ending 3, I will go for it, of course. But I'm not specifically trying for any ending beyond that. Can give up on
I
Pudenko.
want to ask about the meaning of this mission then.
Best thing about the Vanguard book is that I can actually deploy Myrtle first on this stage for a change.
Got it.
Good scenery here, Doctor.
Save us a lot of time if you just surrender. Yeah, fine.
I'm curious if you can kill this guy without using the skill and try to nuke the boss or the drones later. That'd be very helpful. Not really, unless I sacrifice Bubble here. Or maybe I can get enough healing from Perfumer existing? Nope. That's fine. So we'll mostly be stalling the boss with Titan. I'm very sure I can just block the boss.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Oh, Myrtle licked the bear. Do we even have any bears from here, or can I retreat Myrtle? 4 drones here, 2 of these, so that's 6, 23, 4, 5, so 3 more enemies somewhere else. 2 more enemies left.
Yes? How do you like this then?
Okay, I'm fairly sure I can just block him with Bubble. No. Having defenders is pretty useful. Who would have thought? No life cost because we had 1 block. I just have a macro do it for me. It's not like I do it manually. So I just leave it overnight when I go to sleep and it refreshes the shop. I'd say about 60-70 hours or so overall, but it's not like I do it by hand. I cheat. Mostly bad items. We'll take the deployment limit. The other item is better for the record, I just don't like using it. Good rune. More black smoke. Let's see if we can run into a shop. It should be a free win. What about Reed? Either way, she's not a 4-star. I mean, it's not a secret. They can ban me if they want, that's their business. I haven't seen or heard anyone actually get banned. But if they want to, I'm not gonna stop them.
We're counting on you again today, little apple. Electric charge. 戦場は墓場よ。いくらでも待っておくれたね。分かった。私の目を見て。分かった。私の目を見て。どこにこういう雑草ならたくさん見て。プリーズ。Electric diffusion. 盾を構えるぞ。Get around me, guys. 水場の清掃なら得意だよ。振り返るな。
俺が見えないだろ。
分かった。私の目を見て。はい、皆さんの援護は任せてください。僕に任せて。
Nice damage.
それ不法投棄だよ。Yep, collector on standby.
Doesn't actually matter. I just wanted to use Bubble as too. Because watching her not take any damage is funny. There's a macro that can farm my ass. It can also do dailies and shit. For me it becomes a joke if I have eaten. Whether this stage is easy or hard is just a question if I have eaten or not. I guess for other people it's a question of whether they have something like Reed or Meowner to one-shot the entire stage.
Mission accomplished.
Very well done, Doctor.
For the record, I don't think anyone actually cares if you use one. I wouldn't be surprised. It's a good macro. All it does is save you pointless clicking, so honestly it's automation they should add into the game anyway. What side gets the first drone wave? Actually it doesn't matter when we have so many medics. Incidentally, the 6 times replay is the best feature they ever added. Oops, didn't use her skill in time. Another big problem. Pudding and then Perfumer here. I should have switched to Cutters too, by the way, since the entire threat of this map is drones. I might die stupidly to a drone map, because I forgot to bring Cutters too. I guess we'll see.
So this is a battlefield.
The range is so short, it's annoying. If they had longer range, so they would target at the same thing, it'd be easier to deal with them.
I'm here to have Nano around me, guys. Hi, hi, please. Nano da. 産物を潤すのがお水だよ。
ここだコキゾー、もっとやれ。
Yeah, this stage is definitely easier if I have Pinecone instead of Mei. Because I can actually kill the drones in a reasonable time frame then. Though I would have survived if I just remembered to use Cutter S2 as well.
Stay calm, my friend. Alright. I'm up.
Cutter S1 works with spinach, yes. If the target is far away, some of the knives miss. Okay, that was kind of a stupid way to die. I forgot this stage is actually dangerous. Cutter S2 can one-shot the drones, so then I would have been alive. Ah well. The cost of not paying attention. The knives can't miss. If the target is far away, the spinach buff will wear off before the last knives hit it. They can't miss beyond that. Yeah, I just sometimes get into autopilot and forget to actually pay attention. Now, I would have survived if I had Pinecone instead of Mei, because she can kind of kill the drones herself. But that was more my fault and less Mei's. Because I had a squad that could beat that stage. Have to take the bottom for all of the fights.
I'm being assigned to combat? Oh. Just give me a bit more time to get Pillow?
We have an incoming De Corbert.
犯罪者どもめ、おとなしく捕まるのだ。
Is what update tomorrow? You're gonna need to fill me in on that one.
Whatever you say. Doesn't matter. So maybe
Delaying the
this is-
skill so we can be sure he'll tank the other one too.
どうしたの？痛くないのだ。ちょっとビリビリするだけなのだ。
I die to the Demon's Blade fairly regularly too. You either need something that will let you tank him, like I had Bubble earlier in the stream, or some combination of like Roberta, Jaya, Gravo, or you have Totter and just shoot him instantly. Those are the good options that work for me. You can just get a horrible squad that can kill him though. There's a bit of RNG in it.
Yep. Collector, 痛くないのだ。ちょっとビリビリするだけなのだ。
We have Spearhead, so Spot can survive one hit.
Whatever you say.
If I actually remember to heal him. He was missing a bit of health. I needed to activate the skill earlier. I thought the bear whooped around once. Does only the duck do that? Oh yeah, it's just the monthly.
With hard work, even an idiot can get the job done.
I play so much IS4 that I kind of clear the rewards passively, without ever paying attention to them. Defender so early isn't ideal. DPS is better, but Durnar isn't really worth taking.
怪しいやつをチームに入れないように気をつけるのだ。
You can set it up so there's no other enemies in his range. He doesn't one-cycle him though, you do need a bit of extra damage,
Pillow? Don't you
even with a need to Totter, but he gets reasonably close.
Alright. I'm up.
Kind of awkward to try and get both chests.
Alright then.
I guess we'll try this.
ここも質問させてもらうのだ
Why does she prioritize that chest? What the fuck?
盾を構えるぞ
Doesn't matter to
Okay,
me.
she shouldn't kill herself in it.
So many weaknesses.
But we can heal now anyway because the axes are coming. $20 is guaranteed no decor bear.
「僕にぶん殴ってやる!」
No more defenders, please.
どうしたのプリーズなのだ
Mission accomplished.
That wasn't too bad of a job. Can you put this in my evaluation?
Curses. That's a bad roll. Hopefully the shop can save us. I can definitely do this one. If nothing else. Just use Bubble to block the axe guys on the top lane.
行くぞ
Yeah,
And
yeah,
pull
fine.
all of the sheep here early. Don't pull this early. Otherwise we'll leak, cause May won't kill a sheep in time. Or maybe she would have. Ah well, the more you know.
Whatever you say. Hey, catch.
盾を構える
Now we can deploy pudding safely.
はいはいこのテーザー銃の威力見せてやるのだ Careful! 僕に任せて
That was kind of badly timed. Hopefully Spot doesn't die to this guy. Okay, we were fine. His Q will be back up for the big thing.
Don't see any harm in this.
$25, so no decor bear. That's enough health. The sheep can kill.
Director on standby.
And just so we speed up the clear. Anything other than defender, please. Though caster or sniper is ideal, so we can
Been through an
conserve
easy
hope.
battle, you say? And better do it all over again.
Okay, now we're using MS1, shop. I don't wanna use the hope. Less than ideal. This is decent though. Nothing here gives hope, but this is a decent item anyway. Reroll. A hope box. Yeah, the redeploy item is easy to get. Kind of wanna get that instead of a Vanguard. It's one of the big carry items for later. Maybe you won't even get a chance to use it. Let's test our luck and see if we get Totter. at some point in this run. Well, yeah, obviously I'm hoping I'll get one. Of course I can die before I get Totter.
With pleasure.
So now we just want to quester everything to abuse the torch.
Alright then.
I don't even walk on that tile, or does he run past? I guess he runs past. Oops.
Whatever you say.
Does Midnight win the 1v1?
I've arrived.
I have no idea. Hooray for Midnight, I guess. It's fine. The spiders explode on the top side, so they don't hit Mei, as you can see. And they don't have enough damage to do anything to Bubble.
Yeah, fine.
Attack speed for DPS. More attack speed for
I've
DPS.
arrived.
Catch.
Good item.
Accomplished.
If Midnight didn't do enough damage, we could still drop Bubble there. But that would probably kill us, because we didn't have another body. So good job, Midnight. Hooray, devices are always good. What do we take? We already have a defender, so Roberta is lower value. Oh, she's still good later. We'll take Podenko for damage then. Down into the scout node. I can't afford to E2 Mei. She has shit to do. I'll go with Podenko, because I might need pudding. I don't wanna play this, because I'll just leak. So we're doing Path with no end. 3 6 stars mean nothing to me. They just make me move my mouse for slightly longer before I get to the operator I want.
Getting shot hurts, you know.
I've arrived.
I wonder if I can do shadows with ghosts. Not sure what I need to get to be able to do it though. Because there's 3 raves, right? Yeah, I don't think I can set up anything for that. If I had some walk, or if I was running Eternal Hunt, I'd just take it and leak a few raves.
I won't be afraid.
Bubble isn't really tankier than Quora. The real answer is a bit complicated, but the short answer is that they're about even. Practically it depends on the specific enemy, because Bubble reduces enemy attack, while Quora has more defense. So which one is better just depends on the enemy and how much attack they have. But for most practical circumstances they perform about the same, at similar levels. Although I should point out that Quora is drastically better at E1. They only become even at E2. Before that, Quora is much better at E1. I prefer Bubble too, but it's purely a personal preference. Too many defenders. Is it worth using a device and leaking? I can tank the guys, but I can't kill them, so I'll leak a bunch of normal enemies too. Skip then. Usually, yeah, this is the only option. I have a shop in my inventory. Nanoda it is. We got the gases again. We'll take the bottom. What's the ending fight? This is really hard without Ethan. So hopefully we look into one. Is it actually worth spending the device? Because we have a ton of fights here. Technically we have a path with 5-6 fights on it. Whereas this is only 2 fights plus the boss key. I'm really concerned if I take this path, though I get screwed by some emergency shady shithole here. I can dispel the fight if I have to. If I get cornered, I will. Switch spot to Gummy because we have spinach. So even at T1 she's going to outperform. A random piece of trivia. Gummy S1 is unaffected by attack speed, so even though her attack speed is debuffed, she will heal at exactly the same pacing. We'll kill this chest later. I'll stall some enemy for it.
So this is the battlefield.
As for now, we're going to end up with a really stupid setup.
That's fine. Stay calm, my friends. Alright?
We'll switch to bubble here later. Once we need to tank the melee casters, because their melee attack is actually physical damage.
Yep. Electric fusion.
What's up? Bathe in fresh blood.
一度しか警告しないのだ Yes, stay calm, my friend.
Oh, we almost killed the caster.
どこに皆さんの援護は任せてください一度しか警告しないのだ盾を構えるぞ
Too much art damage though. Safe to say we're gonna leak a few enemies, even with how slowly they walk around.
Yes, come on, chin up. どこに皆さんの援護は任せてください美味しいもの食べよう
We're down to 1.
どこに行けばアレルギーに気をつけてね
Good job, Pudenku. Hooray for the E2.
完璧な勝利を得ることは美しいお花を咲かせることと同じように
I don't know how much rest the caster has. Really bad tickets. I don't have really good DPS options from supporters or defenders, so that's just a horrible ticket to get. I should have actually skipped getting anything. That was the correct choice. Get the green rune so we can get a discount shop. We should be able to beat the normal shithole, since you just need a bunch of arts damage for it. Yeah, this code is fine. Let's go. Podenko takes 2 bombs to die, so we can have her eat the first bomb safely. Absolutely unkillable mimic for me. That one can just stay there forever. Okay, so we need to block the next ones. We'll switch to bubble on the outside in a bit.
I've arrived.
Skill should charge. We need perfumer on the other side though, so we might just end up leaking this guy. And a bunch of other ones. Can May kill that? Nope. That's unfortunate. Switch to Bubble because she tanks casters better. Don't think there's quite enough enemies to kill us. That shouldn't be it. The skill.
That's fine. Stay calm, my friend.
Need to debuff this bomb, otherwise it will kill Kudenko. Okay, now I'm kind of dead. They're gonna come out and kill the boats. Don't think I can stop them, and even if I can stop them, they'll kill the bottom lane and then I die. No damage in this squad. Would have been functional if I had a Vanguard instead of Midnight. Or I should have leaked a few enemies at the start, so I can set up properly. Though I still have the problem that Mei couldn't kill that caster in time, so I guess the option there was to let the boat die. So I have to leak like 2 enemies in the start and let the boat die to make that squad work there. That's too high a price. For the record, Pinecone would have won that fight with the caster, so we wouldn't leak there, but I'd struggle a lot with deploying her with all the extra cost. Our Spirit is overall the worst option to Pudenku, yeah. There are exceptions to this, if you need one big prolonged slow. But Pudenku actually does damage, so that makes her automatically better in almost every case. Doing damage is better than not doing damage, shockingly. We're taking the top fight because it's connected to more fights, so we can path into the emergency. Or away from it, if it's the emergency prison.
Pillow, don't you go leaving my sight.
Incidentally, your hit is better than her Spirit at T1. Because their Spirit has no talent at T1.
Yeah, fine.
And also because our hit attacks faster, so her slow has higher uptime. Her Spirit did get kinda fixed with her module, where her skill 2 is now a decent slow. Basically it goes something like or hit Earth Spirit and then Pudenko, if everyone is maxed. But 4 stars have casters that can stun and bind and slow, so slow supporters are not particularly high value to 4 stars, because you have operators with more DPS that can also slow.
Understood.
Not saying Pudenko is bad, but if I need raw damage, she's not gonna be my first pick, or second, or third. Hi, dude.
Yep. この容疑者たちを連行するのだ。分かったのだ。自分でやるのだ。
No, guard is better than defender in any case. I am bored of picking cutter though. What useless guard should we take today? Let's go with Utage. Can't tell where the emergency is.
よし、指揮はみんなに任せたよ。
If it's on the bottom, I'm half considering spending both devices on it to just get 5 fights on the first floor.
Hello? Don't you go leaving my sight.
Does not sound like a good idea, for the
ここ
record.
も質問させてもらうのだ。Alright? I'm up.
I guess Utage can kill the chest.
いただき。その泣き顔結構可愛いじゃない。Yep. Electric diffusion 一度しか警告しないのだ。
By the way, if you place a defender here, they can walk past it, which is immensely frustrating. So you need to place a defender here instead, because they walk kind of like this. And since operators are circle and not squares, they can make it past.
どうしても痛くないのだ。ちょっとビリビリするだけなのだ。
Mission accomplished.
With hard work, even an idiot can get the job done.
Yeah, they really should have a checkpoint on the tile behind the rocks, because that otherwise it becomes a useless tile. Yeah, the fight is on the bottom.
With pleasure.
So counts as a whole word, huh?
Do be careful.
No de Corbert.
Save us a lot of time if you just surrender.
I wonder if Otage can kill them
All right
both.
then.
Fairly sure she can.
いただき。どこ切ればいいのかな。そこも質問させてもらう。
Oh, just barely can't at you one. A pity.
Careful! はいはい、痛くないのだ。ちょっとビリビリするだけなのだ。いただき。いらないパーツあったらちょうだい。
Mission accomplished.
Wasting an attack on the slug is to her advantage, because it lets her heal more.
That wasn't too bad of a
She
job.
wins pretty easily at E2 though, even against the elite ones.
Evaluation?
She would have also won there if I had Perfumer deployed earlier. Should I go down? Just for trolling? It's never worth doing it, because you have to go blind later. But screw it.
今壁が
Let's
目の前で動いたって
fish for chests.
何言ってんだ、そんな
And
こと
see
あ
if
る
we
わけ
can
ね
get
えだ
lucky.
ろ。
PSA, never do this. It's bad. 3 fights are enough. You can use devices later.
Got it.
What kind of battle will it end up being? I wonder. そこも質問させてもらうのだ。
21, no duck. The squad is really big, so it doesn't matter what the emergency is. We should win easily regardless.
いただき。どこ切ればいいのかな。私が必要だね。
No, Doesn't kill fast enough.
Careful!
So we don't have to wait around later.
一度しか警告しないのだ。
ここだここ。
We can drop her later.
Doesn't matter. So many weaknesses.
Electric diffusion. いただきどこ切ればいいのかな。
Mission accomplished.
What 4-star is most valuable in boss 3? Cutter and Totter,
Wasn't too bad.
because we just need to burst it down.
Can you put this in my evaluation?
And they have the highest DPS. PSA, especially never do this. It's not worth going blind on the first floor. I'm just trolling. You'll have a much better survival rate if you know what stages you're playing. You might want to give that a try. Don't copy what I do now. I am actually trolling. Also, I should have taken it in this one.
Electric charge.
Ooh, the early game is going poorly.
その泣き顔結構可愛いじゃない。
どうすりゃこれが見えないだろう。
Alright.
Has to be this style, so they actually need in range. Yeah, taking this stage isn't an option with Mei. We only won because we had a
Shield is tiring, pal.
entirely too big squad. Yeah, there's a reason I always start with Pinecone. She's useful on a bunch of other stages too. I'm definitely giving up value by skipping her for Mei.
喧嘩は終わりか。ああ、疲れた疲れた。
I wouldn't call it a nuke strategy, because it's the only real way to interact with the boss. There's no way to safely and defensively kill the boss or something, or to stall the boss. It's just a DPS check. Like, there's no other way to play that fight. Decent. Yeah, we'll eat to pudding too. I'd say Totter feels much different from every other 4-star sniper. Did you forget Totter is a 4-star, or did you forget he's a sniper? A Caper does more damage, is the main difference between Caper and Mei, but Mei has crowd control. Hooray, we're not blind anymore. Good encounter. Scout node, so we can be extra not blind. E2 eaten for later. We don't have the resources to go into the Bosky. So, option 1, we take one fight here, which leaves us with a total of 6 fights, which is a decent. Option 2, we take one fight here and we're left with only one device. I think I'd rather go down. We might look into something. And this should be the emergency fight.
Leave it to me.
We should have the damage to kill anything. So it doesn't matter what fight we get for the emergency. Hi, broth.
Team, check your gear before departing. In position.
そこも質問させてもらうのだ
So far, my deaths have been
Follow me.
more of a skill issue than something to do with starting with Mei.
Alright
Though I definitely don't feel like I gained too much out of it either. So I might just go back to Pinecone and Caper.
I won't be a
Thrust.
いただきいらないパーツあったらちょうだい
Everyone, follow me.
E2 Utage is a bit different. $22 should be the normal
Everyone,
count,
follow me.
so no extras.
Collector on standby That's fine How do you like this scent?
Everyone, follow me.
Though we were tanking with Fang, I didn't notice I never deployed spot. Yeah, Caper is a strong archetype.
ついてれば痛くないからね
Thrust.
She has a ton of damage but scales poorly with some items, like attack speed and such. So she's a bit weird for IS4. She is also not a good
Hard work,
spinach user because her
even
S2 is her much stronger skill.
Do be careful, everyone そこも質問させてもらうのだ
Leave it to us.
Yeah, fine.
Thrust.
Sadly no emergencies.
So this is a battlefield
Everyone, follow me. On standby.
Alright I'm up
Yeah, I was really surprised by how much damage Caper actually did when I first got her. I was expecting less.
どうしたのこのテーザー銃の威力見せてやるのだ Live discharge いったらどこ切ればいいのかな私が必要だね
Mission accomplished.
Tag is feeling like a pretty decent pick for guards though. Maybe I'll start picking her more often, over Cutter and Hummus,
この容疑者たちを連行
since they both feel like they do one attack and then die.
わかったのだ自分でやる
That's kind of what Utage does too, but she's better at it. Hooray, more hope. It's not half the cost. It's less than that.
今壁が目の前で動いた
For normal stages, 6 star is roughly worth 3-4 stars. That's not actually true in terms of their actual stats, but it becomes true because of overkill. If enemies had more health, it wouldn't hold true, but that's roughly the difference between 3 stars and between 4 stars and 6 stars. So option 1 is we take the shithole path. That's the only option. I don't like it. We'll go towards the center and see if we find the boss key. Is this winnable? Haven't eaten. Eat pudding. Utage. What's the debuff? Sure, why not? Functionally, being free isn't a big change, because hope stops being a resource then.
全員出動。
Straight to pudding. Oh yeah, we only have one life. Let's see if Eden will bind it. We'll have to block it if not. Past
Leave it
the
to us.
center.
On standby.
That should be a one
ここ
shot,
だこれが
so
見えないだろ
いらないパーツあったらちょうだい。私が必要だね。
may have just killed myself. We'll see, I guess.
ここも質問させてもらうのだ。やっぱりディスチャージ。はいはい、一度しか警告しないのだ。
Not necessary.
ここだここ
Okay, bind now.
くらいになってねえか
And wait for Utage.
いただきどこ切ればいいのかな。悪い人に立ち向かうぞ。はいディスチャージ。
In position.
はいはい、わかったのだ。
Yeah, yeah, fine.
Kind of took this stage out of habit, because I usually get it on the 4th floor. Oops. That was dumb of me. You've heard that CM players are saying something. That's so you've heard that someone said something. Because they're just one group of players, you know. Yeah, that some players in CN, because there's like 5 CM players and not like several 100,000 or something. Let's try something else instead of pudding. If we can't do the emergency prison anyway, there's not that much value in starting with pudding. Cruz does more damage than every E1 4-star anti-air sniper. Not more than some of the other ones, of course. That's just objectively true. I don't know what it has to do with CM players regardless. Every E1 anti-air sniper has less damage than Cruz, except Vermeil against 2 targets, obviously. But like that has nothing to do with who said it, it's just question of numbers,
Save us a lot of
and
time
it's
if
true.
you just surrender. Yeah, yeah, fine.
Whether you agree with them or not doesn't matter if that's the statement, because that's just objectively true. Like a T1 Cruz has more damage than 4-star AA snipers. That's not a subjective opinion in the first place.
やっちゃおっか。
Doesn't matter. Don't see any harm
I
in
question
this.
why you would raise 4 stars for IS5 in the first place.
はいはい、見たくないのだ。
I mean, it's just because there's zero hope.
するだけなのだ。
Because you can just pick straight 6 stars, right? You always have some talent that gives you hope. Now, assuming they are zero hope, and it's not some useless power that nobody will take, The only answer is May, because she kills ducks, so there isn't a discussion at all,
この容疑者たちを連行す
since she's by far the best at killing ducks.
るのだ
There's no reason to pick anything other than May for if you want to pick a sniper. But realistically, you can just pick straight 6 stars, so that discussion is pointless. Get rid of the life. That's unplayable, I think. What did we get? Yeah, unplayable. We have to spend the device to not die. A reset Warby first floor. E-Wing Myrtle isn't worth it. $500 damage is a lot less than 450 damage. Okay. In my opinion, I will not think about that. Straight into the bosky, so we can die into it and get the buff for the next floor. Sounds like a great plan.
I won't ask about the meaning of this mission then.
If you die into a bosky in the second floor, you will still get the extra buff as if you've reached the third floor. That's a useful trick to know.
Got it.
I'm fairly sure this stage will just kill me. No, it can't, because Myrtle disables the ghosts.
Alright then.
And the rest is just playable.
ここも質問させてもらうのだ
This should be safer. 29 should be an extra. There is no second ghost. I picked the normal version, not the emergency. I should have picked the emergency because this is a horrible start and I should just reset. Oh yeah, 3 deployment limit.
Doesn't matter, don't see any harm in this.
Almost any 6 star is a good starter. Like what 6 stars do you have?
ドクター見えたよドクターの言う通りにするよ
Hooray, we're dead. Great success.
Scenery here, Doc 一度しか警告しないのだ Ooh, almost dozed off ドローン飛べ
Mission failed.
The supporting is a good point, yeah. To be fair, even if I had Pinecone there, that would have still been a horrible start. 2 fights on the first floor is just throw. So far my impression is that May is kind of in the Totter field, where she's just not a good starter. She might be fine later, but I have no incentive to pick her early. Yeah, let's go back to click. Much better first floor. Hopefully we luck out and the emergency is actually on the top side,
みんな元気
so I don't have to spend the device pathing into it again. Yeah, I just realized that I never tried May, and I went straight to Pinecone.
忘れ物しないでね
So I wanted to try out how May performs. I think my big issue is that I don't actually gain any value later from picking May until I get really late into the game, like on floor 4 and 5. And even then you have stages where Pinecone is preferable to May, like
Alright
the
then.
most of the drone stages. And at that point I'd most likely be able to just get more sniper tickets and find her from there. I think this is gonna be the final run with May. For the rest of ones I'm gonna give her an F and then switch to a
Whatever
better
you say.
starter. This is basically the meta start for IS-3 by the way, but that's purely because the Stingrays are such assholes that you need to devote resources to deal with them.
Whatever you
You
tell me,
spot and save the
weaknesses.
skills in case... Yeah, we have a duck or bear coming, that's why I didn't use the skills. Dog is unkillable, so please don't be a dog. Hooray, free kill.
どうしたのだこのテーザー銃の威力見せてや
Okay, this is a situation where
はいよ
May is better than Pinecone. Not Caper though. Caper would also kill the bear. Yeah, I kind of got tired of using May in IS-3 because she's the only valid pick,
Mission accomplished.
in my opinion.
With hard work.
I sometimes play with the random squad. The problem is that I just end up using the same operators I normally do. So it's just a bunch of resetting until I get stuff I actually want that make it playable. I don't think it's particularly interesting in practice. A lot of making 4-star combinations that are not ideal work involves just avoiding fights. I can do it for a stream if you want. I don't mind. Is this winnable with Titan? Prime example of where Jaya would have been a better pick.
今壁が目の前で動いたって？何言ってんだ、そんなことあるわけねえだろ。
It's probably doable if we rely on stuns. So we use Ethan to pull the sword first. Okay, let's try it. It just depends on RNG ultimately. Like I can get very bad fights, then get great chops and recover.
忘れ物しないで
This is the worst spawn.
そこの質問犯罪
It's
者がね
preferable if we have them on the top, but it should still be playable. More or less. Hold DP, click first, then spot, then Ethan.
Yeah, fine.
We want to save spot skill until this guy actually
Whatever
starts
you
walking.
say. Whatever you tell me, weaknesses.
Oh, May woke him up. Never mind, I'm dead. I couldn't afford to retreat Ethan anyway.
はいはいわかった
But waking up this early is also suicidal. Nah, this doesn't work. I should have taken one more fight. It's only doable if the caster is on the top side, and that's RNG. Yeah, support squad debuffs your shop. You get 30% worse items. The correct play there was to take the normal Shadows fight and then go up with the device. Because if I didn't retreat Ethan, I could just wake up the caster early. And then I died to that. Not retreating him was also correct. Because if he didn't bind, I'd have a shot to kill him if I got a bunch of stuns. But it's unreliable. I don't want to consistently play that. Okay, so we give a bad grade to Mei. Don't start with her. And let's try some other stuff. Pinecone and Caper are the two best starters I found. Let's see how Shirayuki does. Two fights is less than ideal. Well, sometimes to test the best sniper you need to test a caster. That's just how it is.
Alright then.
Oh yeah, she can't reach this tile. No,
Doesn't matter.
E2 after all. I forgot. $20 is guaranteed, no decor bear. We
Whatever you
tested
say.
Mei and determined her to be bad.
Whatever you say.
Now we're testing Shirayuki.
Mission accomplished.
In theory, Shirayuki shouldn't be too bad. You should be decent on prison. High physical damage that isn't dependent on skill. And the range is useful on a bunch of stages. Okay, I don't think she's that useful on prison.
With pleasure.
Pinecone also might die to this. Well, the short answer of why I'm not streaming Wuthering Waves is because I want to play Arknights right now. That's also the long answer, I guess. There is no other reason. Okay, so this is the comparison. This is just barely possible with Pinecone, and only if you have Spearhead. By comparison with Shirayuki, you just die.
Doesn't matter to me.
Conclusion, Shirayuki can go home. Also, the only thing I have to do in Uo is do the crownless hologram. But I have to use a character that doesn't do havoc damage. Okay. Shirayuki was also kind of meh. So I guess we're down to Caper and Pinecone. To be clear, Caper would have also died there. Pinecone's the only one that beats that. Let's do one tryhard run with Pinecone. After that I'll do randoms until I get tired. Ambril isn't a valid starter at all. She has a fairly low DPS to begin with. Are we done with hummus? When did we start with hummus in the first place? Like 2 months ago?
I won't ask about the meaning of this mission then.
Meteor isn't worth testing. If May is bad, Meteor is worse.
Doctor, 忘れ物しないでね。今回はどんな面白い動画が撮れるかな。ここですか？
31, no decor bear.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
who think
fine.
Cardigan is better than Spot in IS4 are high. Least of all because he can heal other things, but more importantly the single burst heal is more useful.
指示を気兼ねを引く。
Whatever you say. Holding a shield is tiring.
Even
pal.
in terms of healing himself, Spot is better than Cardigan. Like, I'm too lazy to make an entire graph explaining why. But it's
Whatever you
because over the period of his Q, which is long, he heals for a much higher total amount than Cardigan's Q. If you're facing a high amount of damage, Cardigan will just die before her skill loads again. That's like your opinion,
バッ
man.
テリーはまだまだ持ちますよ。このままノーカットで作戦記録に使えるじゃん。
Eat 2 pinecone so we can serve hope. This kills everything. So smooth sailing from here. This is the most annoying one, but it's doable with correct timing.
Got it.
敵です。皆さん。
Spot is a better rifle. Fucking fight me.
Hey, catch.
And Simon's just trolling with the big O comment. And he knows it.
やっちゃおっか。
I'm not even gonna acknowledge that one. He's a mimic.
指示気兼ねを引く。
Norcorn is a guard, though.
はい、普段通り釘を打てば大丈夫。
So, learning from past fuck-ups, I want click skill activated earlier.
Doesn't matter. Hey, catch.
So she can shoot at this ship instead of this ship.
指示普段通り釘を打てば大丈夫。
The moment the ships start moving,
はい、
we
気兼ねを。
need to use click skill.
はいよ。
And yeah, this ship entered the range, so she doesn't pull the other ship.
はい、気兼ねを。バッテリーはまだまだ持ちますよ。
One leak, but we are alive.
指示をバッテリーはまだまだ持ちますよ。
Doesn't matter. Hey, catch.
Mission accomplished.
I think I needed to float a few pinecone shots to avoid that leak.
さっきは撮影で興奮しすぎて敵を逃しちゃったよ。
Great item, because I'm relying on ranged operators for damage. This is one of the best things I can get. Is there any time where the sarcasm item was useful for something? Because I definitely didn't find it useful in IS2.
何言ってんだ。
And let's not even talk about IS3.
もし仲間が一人急に姿を消
Yeah, I question it being useful in IS2. I'd rather have a real super rare item instead of it. you know? The Lancers? But they're harmless. Why would you care about them? The invisible ones are emergencies. Well, first of all, it's a floor 5 stage in IS2, which automatically makes it not to win. Every floor 5 stage is a not to win in IS2. It has the easiest floor 5 of every IS. I think if you don't have bodies, by the time you get to the Lantern stages, that's a problem with your draft. Like, those aren't stages you're gonna get on floor 2 and 3, are there? And the pinball stage isn't even that hard. I want another walker. Horn. And reroll. I guess we can take the E2. I really like this item. And I'm gonna pull for it. Civilite Eterna is a meme item, yeah. Well, it's good if you're trying to solve the game with Cowsit, if nothing else. Nero will kill everything without the buff anyway, so I'm not sure how much it helps her.
アイシャドウパレットは3001番がいいかな。それとも3002番？
もし仲間が一人急に姿を消してもパニクんなよ。
Throw chest. That's really annoying to play around. But I think the devices should be able to carry us through.
Fine.
Because Pinecone has 3 shields. You should almost kill the chest in that time. Need click to delete the caster though. And we'll use Ethan to soften up the chest a bit. And, you know, the caster. To the same effect. Kind of a sucky stage for this squad. Okay, that's low enough. Ethan might die. Actually, let's not bother rolling RNG at all. And save all of her shots for the next caster. The big one should whoop around, but that's fine.
Doesn't matter to me. Don't see any harm.
Actually, he won't. First click has intact. How is my progress? I'm about level 46. What were the adventure levels called in WoW? Union levels? Yeah, that. At 46. I've cleared most of the map, except the new one. And I've done all of the holograms. To the highest difficulty. So I have very little left to actually do, which is why I don't have much interest in streaming it. I'll skip the emergency if it's something annoying. We have a solid squad. 3-win emergency. Nothing to skip.
With pleasure. 目的地はどこでしたっけ？
I guess she's tankier than
も
Spot.
うちょっとこっちに持ってきて。ありがとう。力加減には気をつけるよ。
Yeah, and the survival is buff. But it's still a meme
こ
item.
こですか？
You want consistent gobble buffs. That's why Spinach and is so good. Along with the items that give you like 35% physical. Those are the strong items.
やっちゃおっか。
I won't be afraid.
I haven't bothered to finish the quest yet. Once I get around to it, I'll probably 100% them up. Though I don't always bother 100%ing them up either. Cause I need to have some good audiobook for it, since it's mindless busy work.
指示を。
Yeah, I only use Spearhead when starting with Mei. I'm only comfortable not using Spearhead when I take Pinecone, cause she doesn't really need it.
はい、バッテリーはまだまだ持つ気がねよ。
But in,
Accomplished.
well, I tried the other Wu. Sure, might as well.
今取れたやつはやばいよ。
You know why they walk into the hole. I'm not answering you. Hooray, Earthroom. More single target. Yeah, Spotty 2 sounds like a really good start. I'd like to use that too. But what about Pinecone E3? If you're using Specialist Caster to E2 click, I can't stand that. That's RNG. You have to reset until you actually get an E2 click, which is complete ass. Ooh, that's a good store. We're going through the top lane. There's very few things that should be able to kill us with this squad. Yeah, Nightmare just needs to be released in like 2022, back when they used to make good 5 stars. We can definitely kill that chest. We'll set a pit for it. I'm a bit concerned of pulling the chest early. And whiffing because of it. Next deploy has to be Pinecone for the caster that's coming. That's poor timing. Yeah, this should be the preferred setup here.
指示をどうぞ、ドクター。指示をバッテリーはまだまだ持つか。はい、バッテリーはまだまだ持ちますよ。
Pinecone's job is done.
前線、ウィットドライ療養。
We can walk if we need to. Although realistically,
Alright then.
we're just gonna spend the walk here, so we can save click skill for later. And yeah, we can just pull the chest now. It's fine.
いいぞ、もっとやれ。どうすりゃいいんだ。
ここですか？
Yeah, that's why I said they used to make good 5 stars in 2022. If Nightmare was released now, she would have even higher SP costs, and her skills wouldn't do true damage or heal.
Very well done, Doctor.
Busted event, yeah. We're going to level up. So the choice is between Bubble and Pudenku, because we already have Roberta E2. We are low on SWATs in any case. Isn't Swire a starter op? Or did we get her in like chapter 5? We have an SP model for normal casters. News to me.
Don't see any harm in this.
Should have just opened with Spot. It would have been less annoying. Though it isn't a huge problem.
So this is a battlefield.
Indigo needs to be here.
Whatever you say.
Karina, how do you like this scent?
Okay, click dying is going to be a problem. That was just overall a bad setup for me. Should have just went with the normal Spot thing. I don't think I can kill that in time. I guess I'll try though. Okay, we'll kill it.
Yeah,
Because
fine.
of Roberta.
That's fine. How do you like this scent?
Wait, you just admitted that Wuthering Waves is a Genshin clone. I'm so proud of you. You're finally coming out of your coat. Everyone please clap for my friend. I'm so proud of him. He's no longer part of Kuro's coat. Yeah, Zelda clone, Genshin clone, same difference. And you know that. That's why I'm clapping for you. Thank you, thank you. He deserves all the applause.
Orders ASAP, please.
I really should find the fourth guy so we can stream some synthetic. 4-person synthetic is too funny. Isn't Tower of Fantasy the second Genshin clone though? I don't keep track of all the Genshin clones like you do. I don't have your skill.
I see foul taking off.
Implying that Swire is an operator is next level coping, my dude.
やっちゃおっか。
She's in the Frostleaf class. Slightly higher than Frostleaf, but she belongs in the same place.
So this is a battlefield.
ドクターの言う通りに。はい。
No, no, Tower of Fantasy was a
面白い動画が撮れるかな。
Genshin clone. Or a Breath of the Wild clone, as my former code member friend calls it.
はい。気兼ねを。バッテリーはまだまだ持ちますよ。指示をバッテリーはまだまだ持ちますよ。
Accurately describing what Swire does is not slander. Oh, by the way, let me show you something that you might not know. So, this device gives 2 shields, so it blocks 2 damage instances, right? And you can tell whether it still has charges by the pink lights. Look at what happens when the Wanzer hits. 2 lights. 2 lights disappear. This is because the charge damage from the Wanzer is a separate damage instance from his normal attack, so he hits twice.
暴力じゃ何も解決できないけど
Useful to know for interactions with Mudrock and such.
Mission accomplished.
俺だって頑張ったぜ。あんたも見てただろなあ。
Not sure which one hits first, because it's never been relevant to me, since I always have 2 charges. I'm going to blindly assume, without any evidence, that the charge damage hits first. I might be wrong though. You need to test it out with something that only has 1 shield to determine it. Let's go into the scout. And D2 Apudenko for later. Or just Indigo. It's because most buffs and debuffs behaves like that, so I assume that's the case. But I've never tested it, so it could be wrong. Yeah, let's burn the device. Well, you can very easily test it with anything that has 1 shield. I guess I can test it after I finish this run,
Yeah, fine.
because it's simple enough to determine.
I see foul taking off. Probable ambush in the grass.
Whatever, you don't see any harm in this.
Oh, these guys do so much damage.
「どうすりゃ暴力じゃ何も解決できないけどお前を料理するには十分だぜ。
指示を気兼ねを。引く。指示をバッテリーはまだまだ持ちますよ。やっちゃおっか。
Bye, dude.
指示をバッテリーはまだまだ持ちますよ。大スターだって予約を取るんだ。はい、バッテリーはまだまだ持ち。はい、こっち。
I see you.
指示。
Yeah, I'm fairly sure charges are first, because that's how most buffs and debuffs work. Like when you have an operator that reduces res, they reduce res before they do their damage, stuff like that. I will test it out to be sure after I die in this run, which will be soon, because we're playing sort of badly. Just as well. I'm getting a bit tired for the day, so after we finish this one, I'll go and web it out properly. I'll go into some DM stage.
Mission accomplished.
And we'll use something that only has one shield. Or we'll just spam pause a lot to see if the bigger or smaller hits comes first. That's probably easier. But the Mudrock logic is sound, so that should be... So charge damage first should be correct. Well, now you can say I don't have main in the squad.
怪しいやつをチームに入れないように気をつけるのだ。
Let's move.
It's a lot of time if you just surrender.
Thought their start isn't good. Cause you're definitely screwed on prison. He has bad damage off skill and high damage on skill.
Doesn't matter. Hey, catch.
Not ideal for early stages cause you get trashed a lot on them.
目の前真っ暗になってねえか
I see foul taking off. Probable ambush in the
Don't
grass.
kill item please.
So this is a battlefield.
Great luck. Come out. Stop hiding.
Kept it alive through the caster wave. Good enough for me.
現場操作なのだ。痛くないのだ。ちょっとビリビリするだけなのだ。ドクターの言うからシャー。
俺が見えないだろ
Don't see any harm in this.
このテーザー銃の威力見せてやるのだ。指示を普段通り釘を打てば大丈夫。
Okay, we killed the spider far enough away from Ethan, so he couldn't exploit him. We can retreat click cause all the Sarkas have high defense anyway.
Great luck.
It's fine for Mei to die. We'll drop Roberta once she does.
普段通り釘を普段通り釘を
俺が見えないだろ
普段通り釘を打てば大丈夫。
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, it's free if I have Ethan. Without him I can struggle a bit on it.
この名探偵に
It's also free if you have more damage than me.
ないのだ。
But that's part of the difficulties of avoiding using 6 stars. One-shotting stuff isn't always an option. Bad items. The thing with Mei is that she does more damage than my other anti-air snipers anyway. So even if her slow is irrelevant, she's still the best anti-air sniper pick. And her slow isn't completely irrelevant. Even with Ethan in the squad. It's just that I have snipers that aren't anti-air snipers. And they can do way more damage. So I don't think Mei justifies her place well. I really need a shop, holy shit. Have so much money. We'll take this one, because we can pick between 2 stages later. Higher chance to hit a shop. I'm definitely not annoyed by that. Bind is broken anyway.
そこも質問させてもらう
It doesn't need any help. Even aside from Ethan, it's broken. No, 1v1 him with Roberta. A corner or something.
ちょっとビリビリするだけなのだ。
Fairly sure she won't kill that chest in time. Yeah, it's 100,000 health. No way in hell. I like this position the
I
best.
see foul taking off.
And this is a
Probable
designated
ambush in the
pinecone swap.
grass.
ここだここいいぞもっとやれ
Foggy, stop moving.
ここですか？
ドローン飛べー。本物の戦場ではどんな撮影現場よりもインスピレーション
Yeah, yeah,
Whose
fine.
which perfumery in Effiton needs healing?
指示を気兼ねを引く普段通りこのテーザー銃のいいか
Hey, catch.
指示をバッテリーはまだまだ持ちますよみんなどいて
Oops. Need to let him break the box in the center too.
どうする目の前
Come out.
Might just be dead though. Yeah, I'm dead. Or maybe just not quite yet.
はいバッテリーはまだまだ持ちますよ顔をもうちょっとこのテーザー銃の威力見せてやるのだ
Okay, GG. Let's go and test the
最適のスタイル
Mudrock thing. We can do it on a DM stage that has Lancers running around. That was poorly played from me. Should have used click skill earlier, or returns, and underestimated the champions. We'll get back into the groove in a few days. Okay, so what's a good stage to test this thing? We just want something where we have one star straight away. This has an annoying mix of other enemies. This should work, I guess. So what do you want with shields? Now we don't need anything with shields, right? We just need something to block. And we can see the health most clearly in quartz, so we'll use that. And then just throw some random bodies. And then I'm just gonna spam pause, and we'll see if we can see the 2 damage instances separately. We have a Mudrock here. She has her talent, right? Every 9 seconds, gain 1 shield. 1 stack is gained immediately when deployed. Perfect. Okay, let's bring Mudrock too. Everything is counted for the enemy by the debuff. Yeah, I'm almost 100% sure that the charge hits first. I just enjoy confirming things. So let's see it for ourselves. We'll drop Mudrock on one of the Lancers. That's how we'll be able to tell.
戦闘態勢に入ります
Speeding up! Hurry up, garbage.
いけ私たちの実力を見せGuys
Okay, that should work. Yeah, so barely any damage. For comparison's sake, we're gonna drop some other random operator. And they're definitely separate damage instances. So we see just how much it is.
A bit late, not a big problem.
So about 2000 damage. Let's see if there's another damage instance, or... No, they both occur at around the same frame. Okay, but the first hit is definitely the charge attack, and the second one is the normal one. Okay, we confirmed what we thought. Makes sense. They would have actually been much scarier in CC3 if it was the other way around. It would have been so much harder to tank them with Mudrock, because you would have needed 2 Mudrock shields for each one, instead of just 1. Alright, that's it for today. I won't stream on Monday, I'll do some video editing then, and I'll be back on Tuesday. Have a nice evening.